not sure. I mean, I found her lying there by the side of the road like a broken rag doll.
Full labs, but our first priority is to get her stabilized.
Samtrick, wait. How is she?
Well, she hasn't regained consciousness. EMS said they found her this way. We're going to the OR. She's got multiple lacerations.
Who would do this to her? Who would just leave her sitting there like an animal?
Come on.
Go.
It wasn't just the force of the car hitting her. She was thrown back and she hit her head on the ground. She's stabilized, but she's still in very serious condition.
Has she regained consciousness at all? I want to know what happened.
Well, it looks like she was here for a split second, but she lost consciousness again. Alexis, if you want to go home...
No, I don't want to go home. I'm going to stay here. I want to be here when she wakes up. I want to know who did this to my daughter.
Why am I only finding out about this now that you were threatened by some masked attacker?
Because nobody else saw him.
Dr. Devlin?
He showed up after the guy had already run out, after he put his hand over my mouth and said, "Not this time, bitch. It won't be any fun if you don't struggle."
Sam, I'm sorry.
He's the text message killer.
Wait a second. I thought the text message killer was the cop that killed himself.
I know that's what we all thought, but I guess it turns out that we were all very wrong.
Why isn't this all over the news?
Why? Because Lucky doesn't believe me, because he thinks that I need him to feel sorry for me. I guess that he thinks that I am that pathetic and desperate, and I don't know. I guess I know how he... I guess I know how he really feels about me.
Sorry.
Sam was involved in a car accident, head-on collision. She has a bump on her head.
Well, you should see the other guy.
He's here?
Yeah, he's in trauma 1, so he hit you?
Yeah. I'm really hard. I think he was going way too fast for the weather conditions, if you ask me.
Well, he's going to pay for it with serious internal bleeding. He's probably going to need surgery. Can you stand by for scrubbing?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Examining you.
Oh, okay, but Elizabeth already did this.
Humor me, Sam.
Okay. So, how's the family?
Emma is amazing. Follow my finger. Seeing the world through her eyes is, well, it's eye-opening.
What about Robin?
Robin. Oh, that's a different story. I love Robin and Emma more than I ever thought possible, and just tell me if I'm crossing the line here, but you had emergency C-section a few years ago, so you would understand. See, it's taken Robin quite a while to recover.
Oh, gosh. I mean, I honestly don't remember the operation at all. The pain of losing my daughter sort of took over.
I'm sorry, Sam. I should have never said anything.
No, don't worry. There's no harm done. I actually think I get what you're trying to say. And you're really worried about Robin.
You're not gonna like this, but I'm gonna order you a CAT scan.
No, I could wind up sitting here all night waiting.
You've got other plans, Sam?
Yeah, I have to pilot a shipment to the harbor tonight.
Really, in a blizzard?
Hazard pay.
Okay, well, I can't force you to stay, but don't blame me or the hospital if you pass out in the cold, which is gonna make it a little bit difficult to pilot that ship.
Okay, fine. Knock yourself out. Patrick.
Yeah.
You asked what happened with my C-section, and I know my situation was completely different than with Robin's. I mean, her baby did live, and mine died. But for what it's worth, whatever happened between me and Jason after, at the very worst time of my life, he was by my side, holding me when I cried, listening to me talk. He even buried my daughter when I couldn't. So I'm just saying that knowing that I had that, someone who loved me, if you can give Robin that, sustain her the way Jason did me, I think that's all she'll need. I mean, it'll get her through it.
Thank you.
What the hell happened? I thought Epiphany called to stop it.
She tried to call you, but she couldn't get through.
Too late.
I don't understand. Like, for what?
The OR team is down.
What do you mean down? Are they dead?
I don't know, or unconscious, I'm not sure yet.
Okay, well then they're gonna need our help.
No, Sam, don't go in there unless you want to die too. Get operations up here, staff.
If anyone is alive in there.
The patient in there was carrying some sort of poison internally. Everywhere in the OR is contaminated.
But you don't know what it was.
No, I'm not sure yet. When Matt opened it up, we're not sure what happened. Now, if we open up those doors, the rest of the hospital is at risk.
I've got this. Come on, you've seen what that poison can do. The people in the conference room are going to need a doctor. I can go in the other room and seal off the beds, do what needs to be done.
Autopsy, Bragg.
Some dead guy is not going to know if I nick a few vital organs. How many times have you gone in there? Hazmat suit or not, you will be affected. You've got a family and a wife and a kid. They all need you.
So does everybody else. There's no service just because it's snowing outside. I can't get a phone call through.
I fear the brilliant and valiant Daddy Drake has been reduced to yelling at a message.
Okay, look, it's been a long night, okay?
Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry about the inconvenience too.
I'm assuming that you did use an
Robin's cell's not picking up.
What's wrong?
Emma's running a high fever. Robin doesn't know we're closed down. Now she's driving through the blizzard to get here. The one place that they shouldn't be. Left a message with me before the system completely shut down. If I would have been checking like I should have.
How high is Emma's fever?
Robin didn't say.
I am sure that she's giving the baby acetaminophen and pushing fluids. All she has to do is drive across town, and when she arrives, everything will be fine.
Yeah, but you know what? Robin hasn't driven the vehicle very much, and it's a new neighborhood, and she sounded scared, and even if she does get here, they're going to turn her away at the door.
You're exhausted from running things around here, Dr. Drake. You need to stop and think. When Robin arrives, she'll just take the baby to one of the ambulances that are standing by outside here.
Max Scorpio's out there. He's gonna make sure she's okay.
Yeah, that's if she makes it here. What if she gets lost or slides into a ditch or something? What is she thinking bringing Emma out in this?
Does the jackal detect a note of concern vis-a-vis the new mother Robin's judgment?
No, she probably doesn't know how bad the roads are.
All right, you'll let me know when the cops get a cell signal? Thanks, Mac. I appreciate it. The commissioner is going to send a squad car and snowplow to your house, and if Robin's on the road, they're going to find her.
Thanks, Sam.
Sam, what's the status on the hazmat suits? Because whoever stole the toxin had to be wearing them.
There is no system to even check them out in the
What do
clean
you mean
room.
there's no... That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. I can't even get a firm number on how many were brought in, much less who was wearing one.
So whoever took the toxin has the perfect disguise.
I'm afraid so.
Okay, well, so why are we looking at security tapes when the guy strolls out of here wearing a hazmat
Well, he's
suit?
watching for anything that seems out of order.
Yeah, well, the way things are going here, everything's out of order. Hey, Sam, if you... I need Spinelli.
No, I don't know where he is. I haven't seen him since whenever. This whole evening has turned into one endless nightmare.
Yeah, Jess, I need to find out if he can help me get through to Mercy. I need to find out if Robin and Emma were admitted there.
Well, I'm sure he would happily hack into one of his computers for you. Go call him on a PA or something, whatever he's using here. I hope he hasn't gone off and done something really crazy. Not that he can get us into any more trouble than we're already in.
You don't think he found a way to leave, do you?
I don't know. I mean, he knows that we need him. He's our main source of communications. Besides, he hasn't been gone that long. Patrick, listen, he went into like one of those rants, you know, like he does, and he was obsessing on the Equinox, and I think he's afraid that if they're allowed to reclaim the poison, then it's going to become one of those national security secrets, and the world just might not ever know the truth.
I get all that, but you don't think you would actually try and do anything?
Way out is the roof.
We're going to have to evacuate by helicopter.
This is getting worse. Helicopter may not be able
Look, we can't wait for the storm to be over. This whole place is going to be in flames. This is your call. We need to move fast. We're running out of options.
Okay, I'll contact Mac, tell him the situation.
Good, that's perfect. Tell them to send choppers to the roof.
Let's hope so.